come on, bro. You got live stitches in your face. Why is you trying to spar? It ain't like you sparring like just anybody. This is an elite nigga. He ain't just anybody, gang. Bro, you gonna open your shit back up, gang.
Shut up. Go ahead. Shut up. Shut up. I'll tell the next one. Shut up. Hey, you said he was elite. What does that make me?
I know y'all seen all the clips, but we got most of the sparring footage. Antonio Bangs Williams, 19-1-1, steps in there with Bobby King Green. Been in the UFC since 2015, 35-17, 1-1. So much trash talking. We watching the AB saga unfold with Dean the Great. Bang's been with them because they're getting ready for boxing matches. He's a professional boxer. The thing you just saw in the clip that hurt him the most is when AB said this is an elite nigga, and then we saw the footage. But let me just make sure y'all have some perspective about Bang before we get into the sparring footage that has shocked the world. What's interesting about the fight footage you've seen is he looked like the same fighter, but he fighting somebody who is not half as good as King Green. And it got exposed there, man. I'm telling you, they had Zab Judah. They had Sugar Shane Mosley. You would think the amount of absorption of information and experience that should be going on should be at an all-time high. But we see these guys be slightly stagnant, taking it for granted, thinking they have all the answers, and now when we get the Snoop Dogg shit beat out of us, we want to make excuses, man. So this is the best footage I was able to find where you can actually see the rounds. When you look at the Zeus/Kick clips, where it's mainly on Dean, but you can see his facial expressions, it's not good, bro. It's not good. Let's take a look at this.
Gotcha. I knew it was about. Look at him. We just warming up. Nope. You said we can hold now. You gonna break, right?
It ain't no break though. Y'all get your hands free. The only thing y'all tied up like that. If you want to tie him all the way, tie him all the way up.
I gotta find the rules. Gotcha. I knew it was about. Look at him. Okay. Now we get warmed up. Let me shake up. Okay. I got it now. I figured it out. Right there.
I'm telling you, King Green is so awkward, man, with this like up jabbing he doing. You know, all his punches are coming from his waistline. Generally speaking, so many boxers aren't taught to identify strikes coming from down here. You know, most people are striking here, and you know, you got a little bit of the Philly shell where it can kind of be an up jab, but every single punch he throwing is coming from nowhere, essentially. So it's taking Bangs a little bit of time to identify those punches. Meanwhile, Bobby can see what he wants. He's even taking angles too that are very slight, you know, but his feet are under him. He understands what he's trying to do, man.
One punch it. Let's go. I know. Yeah, y'all talking now. Come on. There you go. Nope.
Keep doing shit.
Come on.
Nope. Shut up. Who boxing? Who boxing?
There you go.
This shit ain't boxing. Come on. This shit ain't.
Now, if you notice in the clip that we opened up with, Bang's head movement isn't great. You know, oftentimes he got his front arm kind of low. You know, it's not up here all the time with the high guard, which is okay if you can flash it up, then if you got great head movement. But generally, his head movement is not good. Pause. You know, what he does is he slips, dips, and tries to step in. That's been his movement for most of the time, even in the last clip. And Bobby identified that shit quickly. This dude got 45 fights.
Ain't boxing.
There you go. Look, bird.
Don't deal with you. Airball.
That's cool. You know what's coming in now? There you go.
Airball.
He stepped off the line.
Airball.
Numbers though. See something comes out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There you go. Good now. He's coming over. There you go.
Airball.
There you go. go. Let it go. Own that shit. Let it go, man. Okay. Where it go?
Think about this, bro. He just hit him 5 times with no response. You're not going to beat an elite guy like this. I'm telling you, AB saying elite, yo, that's what skews us watching this shit. Because you have 19, he got 21 fights. It could be bullshit, right? That brand risk events, you don't know how good those guys are, generally speaking. Most of them are content creators, right? But, yo, I'm telling you, he got hit 5 times and didn't respond. Let me rewind this back. Take a look at how Bobby hits him and steps off the line, right? He wide steps just casually because he know what's coming, right? And he know what he threw. His technique looks terrible, but his feet are under him. You know, he knows what he's doing.
Air ball. Air ball.
Numbers go. See something else after that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There you go. Over now. Coming over. No, air ball. Air ball.
Let your hands go, man.
There you go. Let it go. Own that shit. Let it go, man. Okay. Where it go?
Oh, no, air ball. Air ball. There you go, shoot. Oh, air ball.
There you go. Where? Oh, there you go. Nice. Keep it simple. Keep it simple.
No, air ball. Air ball.
Keep it simple.
I'm gonna keep it real.
There you go. There you go.
Beat him up.
Air ball.
Air ball.
There you go. Let go.
And the thing is, the size difference is there. You know, Bobby's a little bit taller, a little bit heavier, but Bangs, he not even leaning on Bangs using all that, you know? And Bangs in his weight division, the guys are about his height. I think he's like 5'7" or so. You know, but his comp is 5'7" to 5'9", and you spar people, you know? Bobby fighting from the outside, giving them angles, stepping out, wide stepping, you know? He confusing them with straight footwork. You know, his hands is down. His head movement is not bad, you know, but Bangs don't have a whole lot in his arsenal. And that's unfortunate. And I'm telling you again, AB set him up with, this is an elite nigga.
Let's go.
There you go.
Nope.
There you go.
Watch my ball.
Go the cup, gang. They want to go. Man, come on, bro. Man, you too hard. Come on. You're trying to down here. Go on the fucking cup.
Stop talking.
Let's work. Let's work.
Come on. Let's go.
Let's work.
Get into it, man.
Got it. I'm talking to you.
All right, now when you get closer to the end of the rounds, I think they're going 6 rounds. Yo, people start to turn it up. Let's see.
His ass. Come on. I told you this, dude. This ain't nothing new. Nothing new.
Man, that shit, though.
Nigga, your hands belted. Your hands belted. Well, you're not doing it to me. You're not doing it to me.
I'm going to drop you, gang.
I'll let you have that stupid shit.
All right? Well, let me have it, then. Keep let me have it, bitch. Can't let me have it. Dummy. Stupid nigga.
Shut up.
Nothing. Go. You want to look, man? Go.
Shut up.
Eat that shit. Go. Go.
He's gonna let you robot. He's gonna robot. Airball.
I'm telling you, it's so many bad habits that people develop, you know? Like, think about it. Look at he threw 3 jabs in a row, and then look where his hand landed. You know, he never brought his hand back to guard. And he's been getting popped with the 1, with the 2, because he's not bringing his hands back to where they need to be. His head movement isn't great. His feet are okay, right? Just looking at it, you know? And the fact that his head movement is not great, you got to get your hands back. He been getting tagged the whole time. But the bad habits die hard. It's just a shame that you're around such great talent and elites, you know, and we can't kill those bad habits. Watch this. Let me rewind it back so y'all see what I'm talking about. So he throws triple jab right here.
Eat that shit. Go.
And then watch his left arm. Just falls. He never brings it back up. And that's a bad habit, you know, because if Bobby was firing like he been doing, he been tagging him with the 1 and the 2. That hand right there could deflect some of that shit. You know what I mean? But the habit is the habit, right? So we gotta break it for sure.
Airball. Come here. What's up? Oh. No, they don't do it. Let my shit go.
Number, one punch it. Let's go.
Hit that shit.
Body, I'm all talking. I know, yeah, y'all talking now. Come on. There you go. Nope. You
Keep doing shit.
Come on. Nope.
Let's go. Let's get this work. Let's get this work.
Here you go.
No.
Just touch.
Get it right there. Right there. I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. I never lied on man. I'm real.
Touch. There you go. Touch. There you go. Touch.
Y'all go there.
Come on. There you go.
I can hit him with power. So touch me.
No power.
No power. Touch me. No. Airball.
Yo, Bobby beat him to the spot every time. Right? They both got their hands down, so it doesn't matter who can get there first. Bobby getting there and slight movement out the way, bro.
Too slick, nigga. You don't realize I'm the bench in order? Come on. I'm the bench in order, nigga. You just didn't know it. You just performed. Crazy nigga.
There you go. There you go. Numbers. Here you go.
Work, nigga.
Work, man. Work. There you go. There you go.
Work.
You tired. Let's go. That work. Let's go. There you go. Touch him.
It's crazy. It sounds like an exaggeration. Bobby is one of the best fighters in the world, for sure. Definitely one of the best fighters in the world. He can say that confidently. He's been in the UFC for 15 years. You know, the UFC is cutthroat. They ain't paying people. They got to wear denim and clothing and all that. Not denim, but clothing and shit like that, right? Just based on the sponsors being curated. And he been in that for 15 years.
Work, man. Get the numbers up. Work, man. No, man. Touch. There you go. There you go, man. Move. Now move. There you go. Right there. Keep touching. There you go.
No, nigga. What's the miss?
Move.
Size distance come in handy right here, though.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I saw it, man. Leave it in the comments. That was a dominant performance. So you got to think, what happens next? Right? You get dominated for the entire world to see. AB did an interview on it, and he had to admit this.
Like, come on, man. Bro, you know how bad it's gonna be? Like, and that's just the truth. And I commend Bobby. And the crazy thing is, like Bobby gotta understand, he was sparring a 135 pounder who don't weigh more than 150, and he's damn near 200 pounds in shape.
Yeah, he just fought him.
You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, gang. Now, okay, we can go get a retired boxer that's his weight, that's still in shape. Andre Durrell. If he spars Andre Durrell, if he goes spar, like, he goes spar anybody his right weight, like a Demetrius Andre.
UFC fighter to a
Like-
boxer, he's gonna get tagged.
Like, come on, man. Bro, you know how bad it's gonna be? Like, and that's just the truth. And I commend Bobby on all he done in the UFC and all that one shit. But, bro, man, so many people have called me, hey, you need me to come down there?
Those hits were a little hard, boy.
Hey, man, you need me to come handle some light work, man. You know what I'm saying? But I fuck with Bobby, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no problem, bro. Ain't nobody got no problem. We fuck with him. But yeah, though.
Yo, see, I'm not gonna lie. I got mixed emotions about that, mixed feelings, and I'm saying feel, and I'm saying emotions about AB's response. See, Banks chose to get in there. You edified Bobby on saying that this is an elite nigga, quote unquote. And they got in there after Bobby got his stitches out, and he gave him the blues. He put the beats on him. That it wasn't close, and he wasn't hitting them with power. You know, when you spar guys who are smaller than you, you tend to pull back 50%, 60%. You're just touching them for the most part. Obviously, they hit you with some shit. You might come back with a little bit more fire. But generally speaking, you try to take care of each other. What I witnessed is Bobby wasn't throwing a bunch of fire. He threw a couple hard shots, talking trash and all that. But that's more showmanship. And remember, these guys are fighters. So they do this shit all day long. You spar 15, 16 rounds in a day, 30 in a week, no problem. You know, you always in the gym. So fighting, these guys ain't mad at each other. This regular shit. But when you get in there, I always thought that once you commit, you committed. You don't get to say, oh, damn, you was bigger than me. You just came off a fight. Don't get in there then. I remember in college, we'd be doing one-on-ones and all that. And somebody like, oh, I tweaked my ankle. I don't want to go with you then, my heart. Because I don't want you making excuses after I lock you up. After I get open on you. I don't want you to make excuses talking about how hurt you was. You ain't feeling good. Go with somebody else. And so when I witness AB saying what he's saying, it's true. Definitely the size difference, you know. But the skill level was evident. There was a clip of Larry Wills with a small dude, 155-pound dude. And he couldn't touch him. He couldn't hit him. He was getting stung because the skill was still there. Bobby Green is an elite fighter. 35, 17, 1-1. Bangs, great record, 19, 1-1. He was called elite, but then we saw the difference. Hey, man, once you commit to get in there, ain't no excuses. So what is Bangs' response to all this?
She gonna look at my house. She gonna look at my house. She gonna make something for me tonight. Use my hands when they take out the bank.
I ain't hear you right here. I ain't hear you. Just jab hook right here. Just catch the jab hook right here. Catch all 3 shots.
Oh, okay.
Same thing. Yeah. Shoot right after this.
That's a great response to all this backlash. People talking shit to him. People making videos like I'm doing about doubting his talent, his experience, his expertise, his elitism. That's a hell of a response. Hopefully he keep it up. Hopefully this whole thing don't get derailed. They still got another 15 days locked in the warehouse. And there's been a lot of bullshitting going on. Hopefully this was a wake-up call to everybody who was around. Hopefully this was a wake-up call. We shall see, man. You rebuke, you correct one person in front of everybody so everybody else can learn. Hopefully that's what happens. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Leave your thoughts in the comments. This is DJ HAMP the Stampede. We out.